Our people who came over from the old country brought a whole culture with them. They brought it in their heads, and it lived on as long as they lived. And part of their culture was Christmas, coming over from Norway and Denmark and Sweden and Germany, as so many of our people here in the Midwest did. They brought with them a whole menu of food they must have on Christmas Eve, and it had to be fixed exactly as they remembered from the old country, and they sang the old songs that they remembered.
Dejlig den himmel blå, lyster att se derpå, hvor det grønne stjerne blinka, fjorder smila, vågel vinka, oss fra jorden opp til seg, oss fra jorden opp til seg. Det var midt i julenatt, hver en stjerna glimter mat, men med dette ble av skura en som klær på himmelens bora, som en lille stjernesol, som en lille stjernesol.
As the years went by and the second generation came along, the second generation embraced a language that was no longer a living language. They just had some phrases. They were Americans and they were proud of it. But around Christmas time, they brought out the old songs and they sang them, even if they weren't sure exactly what they meant.
Så glad för julekväll, vår dag med Jesus född. Där lyste stjärnen som en sol, och änglar som så söt. Så glad för julekväll, då sjunger vi hans pris. Då åpner han för alle små sitt skjønne paradis.
The Germans lived under even a greater disadvantage. They were squashed by the anti-Teutonic propaganda of World War I. Prohibition was very hard on them, so they felt as aliens in their own country. But they lived in colonies. They formed colonies. Minnesota, Texas, you'll still find them down there. You find them in Nebraska and Kansas. And they got together for Christmas and they sang these old songs which always brought them to tears, the songs of their childhoods.
Kinderlein kommet, kommet, doch kommet. Jurkrype kommet in Bethlehem stad. Und schön was in diese hochheiligen Nacht. die redlichen Hirten gebeten der Wohl, hoch oben schön jubeln der Engelein Chor.
And long after the language had disappeared and their cooking had become American, still they sang these Christmas songs. They held onto them. They looked at pictures of their ancestors, their sturdy ancestors from Bavaria, sitting there outside a brick house in Stearns County, and all those little children. And they sang these Christmas songs that those people in the picture sang in those upstairs bedrooms to small children.
Still, 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 als Kindlein schlafen will. Die Englein tun schön jubilieren, bei dem Kripplein musizieren. Still, 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 als Kindlein schlafen will. Schlaf, 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 mein liebes Kindlein, schlaf. Maria tut dich niedersingen und dir treues Herz darbringen. Schlaf, 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 mein liebes Kindlein, schlaf.
Songs of your ancestors, whether you recognize them or not. Those are the songs they sang.